what I want to talk today is this whole idea where you and I, we have been prepping to go to, I keep saying in cosmetic, which is wrong.
Right. Because that's France. We're going to the United States of America, Las Vegas, to CosmoProf.
Yeah, yeah.
CosmoProf.
Yes,
And
it is North America's largest beauty trade show. And they just had one in Miami a few months ago, which is probably closer to you, but farther for me. And yeah, so I think this one's a little better attended.
we are going to this place, and we have been having a discussion of how to bring something that's going to be cool and people are going to buy it from us.
Right.
And this is really aligned with this idea of you guys trying to move away from private label to more development of a product line and getting innovation and trying to bring a whole concept to market, right?
Yeah. I mean, yes, I have lots of friends in all kinds of different capacities of the beauty industry. And I will say, my friends that own clinics or estheticians, they always complain about these large buy-ins and, why can't I just get 30 of something? Why can't I do private label this way, that way? And I'm like, why can't you? So that's why I wanted to do the private label. But to be honest, it's the most time consuming thing. And it's like for my friends, right? I can't do it for the world. So the formulating, branding, and producing is a better focus for us. And quite honestly, more of an interest for me too.
So once I heard this from your side, I was pretty much aligning myself. Say I want to go more towards the create the brain for people and creating the concept. And our client now is CosmoProf.
Yeah.
Prof. Jesus, CosmoProf.
Professor. Just think professor. Professor Prof. And
Yeah. So that's our client. And since this is the client, we start to work together to develop a concept, a proof of concept.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is we're going to bring a product which we're going to present to people there. And hopefully we're going to showcase everything that Atomic Pom Labs can do.
I hope so. Yeah.
And so what was the first stage? What was the first step, Amy?
Of developing this project?
Yes.
I mean, it's
to our biggest boss now, which is CosmoProf.
CosmoProf. Yeah. It's so exciting that we're going there. I mean, lots of our clients are American, and I'd love to work with more American clients. So it's brainstorming, right? But I think you and I are always very closely aligned in our ideas and concepts and what we want to do. So the first step you would think would be formulate it and design around it, but it's typically decide what the product's going to be, and it trickles down to formulation. But I think the difference with us is we can work together to do it both at the same time. And that is such a good way to solidify claims, to tie the story and branding into the product instead of making it all fit after.
That's the thing. And I remember when we first start talking about this and we start with like a concept and very quickly say, this is not going to fly. Let's change to this one. And then you mentioned, okay, let's do, and I don't want to actually bring spoilers because people are going to see this once we have everything done and ready. But we start to brainstorm and we sat in one category.
Yeah.
And once we got to this category, we did some homework. We found who are the biggest demographic, what is trending, what is new, and blah, blah, blah. All of this intelligence work that is solidifying our work, because it's not a guess anymore. We're not guesstimating who we're gonna
No, no.
buy this. We are
This
we
was
are
like
serious.
James Bond investigative work that yeah.
We are serious people here. Very serious
And
people.
taking our strengths too, right? Like,
Exactly right. Because I don't want to say it, but once we have this whole thing, this whole series ready, people are gonna learn something really cool about Annie, which I learned about her past, and is one of the reasons why we
my
follow
first
this.
job was disgusting. That's the only hint that I will give everyone.
And people are gonna know by the end of this, and that's part of why we decide to go with this product line. And once you have all this data, Annie and I, we sat together, not in the same room because we haven't done that yet. First time is going to be in Vegas, but we
Yeah.
sat across the screens here and we had this conversation. How should we present? We have three different products, and then you have another discussion about okay, maybe we can try to fill a gap for those different demographics.
Yeah.
And with this in mind, she started to work on formulating, and I started to work on the design.
Hmm.
I gonna keep doing my design side here by myself, a little bit in secret. She's gonna know about it, but you guys are not gonna know about it. But and she's gonna be doing her side there, and I don't know what she's doing. So it's gonna be
Well,
really
I'm
cool.
jealous of what you're doing because some of those, like, you know, ideas from a design standpoint were just so cool, right? Like, they're
But
very,
yeah,
very cool. And it's like how I love figuring out how can I make this formula represent that, you know?
and and it's a very different concept. I haven't seen like there's probably people doing this, but this idea that this approach that we are taking is a little bit different. But I think this is gonna really show the full strength of the formulation side because it's gonna be very
Yeah.
like very
It's like a
broad.
concept car, right? Like, or like runway fashion. It's like you will bring it back down to ready to wear and retail,
Yeah,
but this is the concept.
yeah. So I think this is gonna be a very interesting process. I gonna show and I'm gonna brainstorm and I'm gonna have videos showing how I'm doing this on my side. Maybe Annie's doing something on her side as well that she's gonna tell, oh, this
But
is
my
how I'm doing.
process,
Yeah, I don't know. It might be. And by the
yeah,
end of this, what is gonna the whole goal of this really is to show everyone that wants to use APL services why this is different. Why you're not just talking to a lab that's gonna get a formulation, throw in your lab, say, good luck, find your client. Because that's
yeah,
not what we're doing. We're doing something very different, very unique. And eventually the goal, really, 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 really the goal is a brain A wants to develop a product line for one type of clientele. They walk to us and say, okay, we have this budget and we have these people in mind. Go and create something that's going to be amazing for us.
yeah,
And we're going to have all the tools on our side to do this for you guys. Anything
yeah.
for on your side? What do you think, Annie?
I think that this whole process for me too is brainstorming, talking it out, pitching it back and forth to each other, and it evolves. Like, really start to sort of narrow that down, right? And um I think that I try to have that unique point of view from the, safety, stability, efficacy of the formulator, but the excitement and magic that a client feels when they get that new product. Like, I want both of those aspects to really be showcased in the finished product.
And we have some really cool giveaways that we're going to be giving during the event, plus really cool packaging.
Oh,
Uh,
beyond. I mean, this has been going on behind the scenes for months now, right? Like, just that narrowing down this concept and what feels good, because you can't just have a concept and make it work. Like, it has to you have to keep working it till you get excited about it. And you're like, yes, this is working. It's like an outfit. You're ready to go out, something's just not right about it. And you rip your closet apart and then you're like, finally, this is it. I
There's
think we're at
something
that point.
missing. There's
Yeah.
nothing missing anymore.
Not
I
now.
think I think we just have to get our brains, squish it, get all the ideas on paper, print whatever has to be printed, formulate whatever has to be formulated, get the bits and bytes and put in the website because you're gonna have something on the website as well, and go and be happy in Vegas. So that's the first stage. That's the very first conversation that I have with Annie. This is going to be a series, as I said. I want to do this one to really recap everything that we have done up to this stage. And then from now on, I'm going to have a little bits and pieces are here and there. And the big review is going to be in Vegas. I'm going to have my camera there. I'm going to have Annie, Cheryl, and I'm going to do videos.
It's going to be great.
Going to be pretty cool.
Yes.
A month
we're
from now.
Blow them away.
Hope, yes. I was gonna say hopefully, but no, we will. That's
it will. I'm so excited about this project, and even though I don't even know what that finished product is yet. At this point, we don't know. This is just we finally gotten to that point of this is what it's gonna be. This is our and it's a vibe.
I think that's so important for people to understand because they believe that just make a product, but the amount of planning that it has to go behind until you get to this stage is this flask. Does this flask does this bottle goes to this packaging? Does this look good with the other one? And what about this? What about stability?
What story does it tell? I mean,
exactly.
I feel like with a client, we're taking their vision and our expertise. And so we talk to them so much, right? Like they're probably like, why do these people not stop talking? Because we really want to get it. But now we're taking the market. What's the market telling us that is coming? And we have to interpret that with our expertise and produce it. So yeah, we're still being led, but it's going to be really awesome. I can't wait to see the end result.
I think that's it. I think that we are on the cusp of creating something awesome, and people are gonna see all of this coming up. We are 1 month away, like
1 month away,
because it's 14th to 17th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we arrive, I think, the night of the 14th, and you'll find us there. But there's the CosmoProf app too, right? We can all reach each other, book meetings, book chit chats through that app. But we'll be there.
I have to download this app. That's a good call. I have not done yet. I will do it right now.
I told you to.
You did. It's just crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah.
And good. I think that's it.
Love it. Okay. High five. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.